Hi everybody, welcome to video number 36. Now today we're talking about one of my most favorite topics on the planet, and that is karma. Do you know, I couldn't count on my hands and my feet how many times I get asked, but when is karma going to come for that person? When is karma going to come for that person? Let's talk about what karma is first of all. Karma is worldly known as the universal law of cause and effect. What do I mean by that? So basically, in other words, what it's saying is what we put out there comes back in return, right? So I want to talk first of all though about how important it is that we use karma in the right way and how to use it to better not only you, your world and everything else around you. And the first thing that I want to talk about here is intentions when it comes to karma. Your intentions matter so much when it comes to driving not only your dreams, your aspirations, about putting your manifestations out into the world, because it's all karma based. So when we want things to happen in our world, and when is karma going to turn in my favor? Well, you've got to look at your intentions have to come from a good place. They have to come from positive thoughts, and they have to come from your own positive vibes. They can't come from you wanting to get happiness out of somebody else's misery, because that's not going to work. Now, I know there's probably a few of you watching this today thinking, yeah, but I seem to be having all of these experiences and I don't know what I did in my past life to deserve this. Well, sometimes if you're a believer, and I'm not trying to convince you all to be believers, but I do believe that in past lives we may still have doors that we haven't shut. And that's why the universe will bring them back around to you to allow you the opportunity to finally shut that chapter or go through that experience one more time so that you can move on to this life and any future life that you may choose to have, free of all of that trauma, right? So yes, I don't understand why sometimes we do have to go through trauma, but sometimes it is reflection of past situations that you haven't been able to get through. So let's look at how we can use karma in the future, right? Now, all of us have free will to do whatever we want to do. Now, that's on decisions that we make on a daily basis. That's on actions we take on a daily basis. But if you live your life from a good character perspective, if you can look in the mirror every day and go, I'd like to think I'm a good person. I'd like to think I'm a nice person. But do we deliver that on a daily basis? Now, probably not. Because, sometimes life happens, situation happens that can cause us to have an upset. Then all of a sudden, the negative side of us come out and we just reflect that out. Now, I'm not saying you've got to be Mary Poppins, who's practically perfect in every way, because nobody is practically perfect in every way. But I am saying if you want karma to work for you and work with you, then my advice to you would be start flipping the switch. You hear me saying turn the positive into the negative. You got to start putting out the good karma in order to receive it. But you've heard me say in the past again, we don't give to receive. And this is exactly where karma has a standing point. Karma's not going to give you a reward because, I've just done a good deed for somebody. No, that's what I mean about giving from your heart. When you give or want to do a good deed, you don't do it because you think if I do that, then I'm going to get that back. No, you have to give because your soul is telling you it's the right thing to do. Sometimes people misinterpret that. Sometimes people think, okay, I've done a really good thing there, so something good is going to happen to me. No, but you've done it with that intention. You haven't done it with the intention of helping. You've done it from a selfish perspective. Remember, Angie's terms and conditions are you don't ever do anything for a selfish perspective because it will never be the thing that you're hoping for. So, sometimes when I said to you earlier about the universe will let us watch, right? If you take control of who you are as a person and you give that good positive vibe out to the world, your karma is going to come back and will help you and guide you and lead you on to that better place. Now, if you have questions that, I don't know what's my blockage, I don't know why I can't get past, it seems to me that I'm in this dark place, book in for a spiritual session with me. You can purchase them online. I'll contact you immediately once you've purchased it, and we'll get you booked in on www.criswick.co.uk. But I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you understand karma now a little bit more, and I'll see you all on the next one.